after somebody who's just knocked it out of the park is no daunting task. But given the fact that my sister was already at Vidyashilp 3 years before I joined in first grade, perhaps I have a little more experience than most. The responsible older sibling that she was, she ensured that she took time out of her day, every single day, between classes to visit me and ensure that I was settling in well. As popular as she was then, and she continues to be today, this meant that people started recognizing me as Mritika's brother. It took some serious elbow grease, but eventually I've grown out of her shadow and built a name for myself here. Not without her help, of course. Today, I'd like to wish that very sister, our cherished parents, revered faculty, and of course the exceptional class of 2025, a very good morning. We are gathered here today to mark the end of an era, so for a second, let us relive the last glorious 12 years together. A landmark synonymous with the old campus is the unforgettable mango tree. With its time-worn trunk and majestic, all-encompassing canopy, it has nurtured generations of students beneath its comforting shade. Our first 5 years in Phase 1 were filled with conversations and games played with one another beneath that very tree. Those 5 years were focused more on building strength of character rather than academic prowess. We grew into images of that very tree. Our steady confidence mimicked its steady trunk, and one second please. I thought 12 years would prepare me for giving one speech, but it turns out you still get nervous in the moment. We grew into images of that very tree, embodying its steady stature with our confidence. Our versatility mimicked its sprawling branches, and now, with the roots of our character set down, our wisdom and capabilities budded and blossomed as we grew. My confidence on stage, for instance, perhaps a little ironic to bring up right now, I attribute almost entirely to the school. If I'm here today before you giving this speech, it is thanks to the numerous opportunities Shilp has provided me to take part in speech and debate competitions, which allowed me to refine my unique voice with which I put forth my ideas. The other factor, my mother, who nudged me in the right direction to begin this. A little further up memory lane is Phase 2, the transition that was surely not present for all of us. The looming dread of exams hung over us now, but it wasn't all bad. I had plenty of fun jamming with my friends and bandmates in the music room, so incessantly in fact that I had multiple complaints from our seniors about being unable to focus on the studies over our music. Then came the end of 7th grade, the start of 2020, and along with it, the COVID-19 pandemic. No more mango tree, no more music room. It was just us, our laptops, and 4 walls against the world. Still, we did the best we could, and boy, was that hard. Focusing on online classes really isn't easy. Academically, we had our classes, and fraternally, we played video games or watched movies together after, I emphasize, after our online classes. We did what we could, we made it work. All things come to an end, and so did COVID. Just as we reunited face to face once more, we had to part with our cherished old campus. That left us in 10th grade. One last year with our friends in an unfamiliar place where we made it our own and graduated as the batch of 2023. It turns out, graduating 10th grade made us a whole bunch of drama queens. Why, you ask? Because left and right, everyone was saying different versions of the same things. Our futures are so uncertain. We have no idea when we're going to meet again. And look at the stage now. All of us are right here in the same old ship that we'd all grown to love. Some of us even left for a bit and came back. And why wouldn't they come back? As Mr. Shrikar said, this is our comfort zone. Shilp combines academic rigor, social vibrancy, and boundless extracurricular spirit into a time-tested process, allowing each student to shine with their own spark of panache. You spend 12 years having fun, and before you know it, you graduated from one of the best schools in the city, carrying with you the finest values and qualities you could pick up. We rise to the occasion, hold integrity to the highest regard, and with our indomitable spirit, excellence is effortless. So those of us who stayed back came together once more. We welcomed new faces into the fold, and here we are now, the batch of 2025. Sure, we downsized a bit, but the people are just as vibrant and varied. The bibliophiles to the bibliophobes, the sports geeks to those who get lost on a cricket pitch. Every individual member of this class adds their unique touch to it. But this group of mavericks doesn't fall into chaos. Instead, it builds up into a soothing symphony, one that nurtures the garden of our dreams, weeding out the discordancies and leaving only gleaming perfection in its wake. Learning in school hasn't just been about the textbook. That is for the certificate. It has been about what's between the lines, between the classes, and between friends. You can't predict life any more than you can predict the stock market. So what are we supposed to do? Throw our arms in the air and accept defeat? Pray for rain and hope we don't drown? No, my friends. What we can learn to do is to be nimble on our feet. We can learn how to adapt to any situation, and most importantly, we can learn to have somebody to hold on to when we inevitably slip. That is what we go to school for. And I must say, Shilp has done this job incredibly well. Not only will we now excel in our respective fields, but coming together, we will achieve even greater heights. Given our alma mater, isn't it only right to have great expectations from our batch? Batch of 2025, it has been an honor to graduate with all of you. Here's some many more glorious years ahead. Thank you.